Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into a brilliantly simple, honestly really charming explainer called Peter and the Talking Soap. It's actually a fantastic look at the microscopic world right there on our fingertips and those fundamental habits that totally govern our health. Let's just jump right in, shall we?
Starting off with Section 1, Meet Peter and Cats.
Okay, let's dive into this. So we are introduced to Peter. He's a young boy who, frankly, absolutely loves playing with his incredibly fluffy cats. I mean, who wouldn't, right? But here's the catch. Caught up in all that fun and definitely working up an appetite, he has a pretty problematic habit. He frequently heads straight for a snack and just completely forgets to wash his hands first. Which naturally brings us to a pivotal question. What actually happens when playtime ends? You know, when the cats finally go to sleep and Peter heads off to the kitchen, a whole different kind of drama is actually just beginning. We kind of have to shift our perspective here, from the macro world of the living room all the way down to the micro world of the bathroom sink, to really understand exactly what is unfolding on Peter's unwashed hands. Moving right along to Section 2, Germs versus Bubbly Soap.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the perfect literal contrast between two opposing forces happening right at the sink. On one side, you've got these ambitious germs, and they are incredibly excited to travel down and explore Peter's tummy. And then, on the exact opposite side, the bubbly soap is actively trying to intervene. It's doing everything it can to explain exactly why hand washing is so critically important.
To really understand the stakes here, just listen to the germs. They literally declare we are so excited to explore Peter's tummy. They aren't just passive little microbes floating around. The story characterizes them with this mischievous, almost adventurous spirit. They've got a master plan. They know exactly how to use Peter's forgetfulness to catch a free ride straight into his digestive system. But in stark contrast, we have the voice of reason. The bubbly soap desperately calls out, hand washing is important. The soap is portrayed with this bright, really authoritative voice, doing literally everything in its power to stop Peter in his tracks. It completely understands the consequences of the germs' grand expedition, and it's trying to educate Peter before it's just too late. It's a desperate plea for hygiene, right at that crucial moment of decision. Which brings us to Section 3, the sandwich mistake. Let's see how this builds into a direct chain of cause and effect. Step 1. Peter ignores the bubbly soap's warning and skips the hand washing entirely. Step 2. With those germ-covered hands, he goes ahead and eats his sandwich. And Step 3. Well, it's the inevitable conclusion. Peter gets a tummy ache. The germs got exactly what they wanted, and poor Peter is left dealing with the physical consequences of just that one skipped step at the sink. Let's wrap things up with Section 4, Healthy Hands, Happy Tummy. So, the crucial point really comes down to this. Washing our hands does 3 absolutely amazing things for us. First, it keeps us healthy by blocking those microscopic invaders. Second, it keeps us happy because, let's face it, we feel good when we aren't sick. And third, most importantly for Peter, it decisively stops dreadful tummy aches before they can even start. It's such a simple action, but it has massive benefits for our daily well-being. Which leaves us with this final, lingering question to consider before your very next meal. Will you let the germs explore your tummy today? Whenever you pet your fluffy animals or come inside from playing, just remember that little micro-conversation happening at the sink. The bubbly soap is always there to help, but the choice is ultimately yours. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep those hands healthy, and I'll catch you